Hey guys, what's going on? It has been, man, quite a few minutes since the last time that I made a video. I know I made one a couple weeks ago, said that I was gonna be back, but guess what? Life struck again. I'm gonna be really honest in this video about what's been going on. Good news is that I'm coming back. I've got a plan, I've got execution, and I'm just holistically feeling a lot better. So I wanna let you know first in this video, the agenda is where I've been, what's been going on. I'm gonna get really vulnerable and share that stuff with you. Second, I'm gonna talk with you about what my plan is for kind of getting back into making these videos and also showing up for you guys in terms of support with your hair loss, hair systems, all that kind of stuff. And then third, this kind of goes into some of the stuff that I've been doing over the past 6 months, but what I have an offer, something that I want only 5 to 10 guys to work with me on. So if you are at all a fan of me or you appreciate my energy, the things that I do, the things that I care about, please stick around to the very end to watch that, okay? So where have I been for the past 6 months? Well, being very honest with you guys, my entire life kind of blew up and has started collapsing. You know, I'm alive, I'm well. You guys can see I'm in a new place. My lease ended where I was with my girlfriend. We're no longer together. We haven't been together since June. And that was pretty destructive to me. Before that though, number one, my business ended that I was really, that drove everything in my life. That ended due to some stuff that it's just whatever. And I also was working on building a hair system brand with one of the largest hair system providers in the world. And I basically ended all of my other contracts and anything that I had done inside of the hair system community to go and build that. And a month and a half after we started working together, I was under contract. Guess what? They pulled the plug and I was left with nothing, essentially. So that put a pretty bad taste in my mouth for everything kind of hair systems, hair loss. Not that it was just about the money, but I've spent so much time over the past 3 years really trying to build up trust, trying to build up community, all this kind of stuff. And then finally what happened immediately after that was, you know, my relationship with my ex ended. And that was very, very traumatic for me, the way that it ended. And, you know, I'm not going to get into specifics there, but it was really intense for me. And I have been going through a pretty brutal grieving process that has taken way more time than I thought that it honestly would. You know, I've gone through ups, downs, highs, lows in circular fashions where, you know, I thought that I was healed, thought I was good. Guess what? I wasn't. And I've experienced, man, so many emotions. It has been such a wild ride. I've never gone through anything like this before in my life to this degree. In terms of the rage that I've felt, the anger that I've felt, the sadness, the lonely, all of this stuff. And it's been a pretty brutal process. Stacked on top of all of my professional kind of accomplishments kind of withering away, or transmuting, shall we say, and on top of moving, and on top of a whole bunch of other stuff that happened. It was one chaotic year in the past 5-6 months. But that being said, I'm feeling so much better, like consistently better. You know, there's still some fluctuations in how I'm feeling, but holistically, I'm doing so good. And the good news is, guys, that I have really started to love myself in a way that I have never done before. And there's a passion, there's a drive that I have not felt ever before in my life. And I'm very excited about that stuff. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the things I've been up to in the past 6 months and the last part of this video, because it goes into what that kind of offer is, or what I'm looking for out of these 5 to 10 guys. So we're gonna move into the second part of the video in terms of what it is that I'm gonna be doing moving forward in terms of the kind of hair system, hair loss world. So I'm pledging to you guys that I'm gonna be doing 2 videos a week. I'm pledging it to you because I expect you guys to hold me accountable. You guys know my Instagram account. That's where you can most actively reach me. If I'm not making 2 videos a week, I expect you guys to come on and say, where the F are the videos? Like, what are you doing? You promised this, because I want to be held accountable to that. And this is something that I'm promising you that I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week. It's manageable for me. It's not too much. So that's going to be happening. We're going to get back to 2 videos a week here on YouTube. Now, I still want to either create a hair system brand or a service for people inside of the hair system world. I want to keep on creating community. I really want to do kind of like an inner circle thing. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I'm still deeply passionate about you guys, us, because guess what? This is something that changed my life, and it dramatically affected how I felt about my own confidence. So something like that is going to be created. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's going to happen. I'm not going to let all of these setbacks really stop me. I've got released from my NDA. I've got released from my non-compete, all that kind of stuff. So I'm in the clear there. That's something else that I had to address and really be able to manage before I could kind of talk about some of this stuff more. So with all that stuff being said, that's my goals in terms of hair loss, hair system support. Now I'm also going to get back into managing the Reddit. I don't know what's happened inside of the hair system Reddit because, this is, I'm sorry guys, I've let you down on this, but over the past 6 months, I couldn't stomach looking at anything hair system, the Reddit. I couldn't stomach. I haven't looked at my YouTube channel, like if it's being viewed. I haven't looked at any of the comments because after this summer, all of this shit that happened, and really like the final linchpin was the end of my relationship. I developed honestly a hatred for everything that I had built, everything that I had created, because it just felt like my world was ending, and I couldn't handle being there for the hair loss community. I couldn't even handle myself, and I started to associate subconsciously everything that I had built with the end of this relationship and how it happened, and I had to go through a lot of gaslighting and come out the other side with just realizing that I am a great person, that I am a loving person, and I'm here to offer that love to the world, to you guys, to potential partners, to my friends, to everybody. I want to be that force of love in the world, and I just needed to go through a process. So I'll be back on Reddit managing that and really starting to guide that a little bit more. So know that will be there. In terms of Instagram, if you reached out to me there, I apologize for not really getting back to most of you. Had to take care of myself. Just is what it is. But we're better now. We're seriously better now. Okay, so here's the last part of the video, and this is where I'm kind of looking for 5 to 10 guys. So some of you are gonna think this is bullcrap. Some of you this is gonna resonate with you. I'm just gonna drop it as what it is, and then I'm gonna give you a special way to contact me. So here we go. You guys know that I want to create better men, to build better men. That is what this whole channel is about: confidence, inspiring you to go out and live your best life. Now, I've had to do some serious work over the past 6 months. You guys know I've gone into the kind of the psychedelic realm. I've gone into altered states of consciousness, but one of the main modalities that I have really developed into is breath work, holotropic breath work, altered states of consciousness through breath work. For me, this actually basically got rid of my Crohn's. I can drink alcohol now, not that I really do. I can eat foods I couldn't eat before. Completely gone my autoimmune conditions through breath work. But it's also been key in my healing journey of both this relationship that I went through and the depression and mental health issues that I had. So here's ultimately what I'm doing, right? Over the past 6 months, like I've seen amazing transformations in the people that I'm leading these breathwork experiences for. But it really got me asking the question, how can I do more? How can I really infuse all of the pieces that I know about into a way to serve people? Now, over the past 6 months too, I've also served as a men's coach when it comes to hormonal imbalances, and even helping guys lose 64 pounds in 8 weeks. I've even helped a guy lose 101 pounds in 5 months. No, I'm not BSing you at all. This is all real stuff right? So ultimately, here's what the offer is, right? I'm looking for 5 to 10 guys who struggle with mental health, depression, anxiety, that type of stuff. Ideally, you're on antidepressants, SSRIs, things like that. I'm not talking about individuals that are severely in need of this kind of stuff, that are at risk, life-ending risk type thing. But those that are dealing with depression, anxiety, that type of stuff, you don't necessarily have to be on antidepressants, but I kind of want that because here's the offer, right? An 8-week program, we're going to work together and we're going to get you off of antidepressants and find ways for you to not have any mental health issues. Now, what that is going to look like is it's going to be centered around a couple tenets. So number one, we're going to be focusing, I'm going to teach you breath work. I'm going to lead classes. We're going to do 1 class a week live. So this is going to be a breathwork experience over Zoom that I'm going to lead. You're going to have 14 to 20 smaller breathwork experiences that you can do. I'm going to record them and have them ready for you to go. There's also going to be nutrition coaching. There's going to be exercise coaching, as well as some like cognitive behavioral therapy components there. So all of that stuff being said, that's all going to happen. There's going to be group coaching, one-on-one coaching involved in this. It's an 8-week program. So the whole goal here is not only to really get you off of antidepressants, but the goal is to first give you tools to deal with your mental health issues and then actually find liberation from that. This is something that I have done myself and have seen help for other people as well. So there's going to be, we're going to wean you off of that. I'm going to teach you supplements. I'm going to teach you tools to help you with these mental health processes, how to deal with stress on a day-to-day basis. This is the stuff that I live and breathe. This is everything that I have learned in the past 30 years of dealing with mental health in my own journey, compacted into 8 weeks. And I need to do a 5 to 10 kind of beta test group of guys that really are passionate about changing this stuff in their life. And if that is you, I want you to reach out on my email down below, and I want you to say in the title, 1 of 10. 1 of 10 is the title for it, okay? And what we're gonna do is really get some testimonials out of this. I want your life to change. And it's going to be something that's very, very easy for you to come into the program on. We're probably going to be starting end of December, beginning of January. But this is going to be something that's going to be life-changing for the guys that try it out. And if it works successfully with these 5 to 10 guys, we're going to scale it up, because my passion is to build better men. And part of that is working with your trauma, your past experiences, the things that are subconsciously running your systems, including your mental dialogue, and shifting those into more productive routes, but ultimately guiding you to be more successful in your life. So much of it is controlling your mind. And this stuff that we're about to teach and go through together is going to change people's lives. I just know it is. I also know that this right here is a bit controversial, because doctors say, you can't fix depression, you can't do this kind of stuff. Well, guess what? You can. There is research out there that this stuff works, and we're gonna execute on it. We're gonna change the whole paradigm around mental health. And we're gonna start with guys, we're gonna really execute on this on a high level, and we're gonna scale this thing. So if you're one of those 10 guys that this speaks to you, that this is something that resonates, please reach out. My email below, 1 of 10 in the title, and we're gonna get it popping. I can't wait to see you guys in videos, talk more with you, get more engaged. I miss you guys. We'll talk soon.